This is not just a celebrity breakup. This is a full-blown soap opera, and no, we're not talking about a scripted series. You couldn't write a plot this tangled and explosive. What started as quiet rumors about the end of Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert's marriage has now unraveled into public accusations, gold digger claims, threats of leaked receipts, and a whole mother-in-law stepping into the spotlight with enough smoke to choke the internet. This isn't just messy. It's generational, emotional, and playing out in real time across Facebook rants, Instagram shade, and a growing pile of unspoken truths. Let's rewind. Teyana and Iman weren't just any celebrity couple. They were that rare duo that seemed both glamorous and grounded. She's a powerhouse of talent, singer, actress, director, fashion icon. He's a former NBA player turned dancer, father, and partner in what many thought was a picture-perfect household. Together, they built a brand rooted in Black love, authenticity, and style. Fans adored them. Brands invested in them. And for years, their dynamic felt untouchable. Until the cracks started to show. For a long time, the whispers were just that, quiet, unconfirmed rumors, nothing solid. But when Teyana confirmed the breakup in 2023, the public responded with shock, confusion, and in some corners, blame. People wanted answers. Was it infidelity? Career conflict? Emotional distance? And before long, the speculation turned into division. Some fans pointed fingers at Iman, especially as old cheating rumors resurfaced. Others suggested Teyana had emotionally checked out years ago. But through it all, one voice remained silent: Iman's mother. That silence shattered when Mama Shumpert logged into Facebook and unleashed a post that turned a private divorce into headline news. In her post, she made bold and brutal claims, accusing Teyana of never truly loving her son, of using him for status and money, and of emotionally manipulating him while planning her next move behind his back. According to her, Teyana had always been strategic, always in control, and had built her career on the back of a man's success. She didn't mince words. She said, "I begged him to open his eyes, but love is blind." And just like that, the internet caught fire. Now, it's one thing when gossip blogs stir the pot. It's another when the man's own mother throws gasoline on it. Mama Shumpert wasn't vague. She claimed Teyana used NBA money to fund tours, studio time, and her high-end fashion life. She suggested there were secret phone calls, sneaky getaways, and that Iman came home in tears more than once, knowing, or at least feeling, that his wife was with someone else. Fans were stunned. Some defended Teyana, insisting she'd carried that family with grace and strength. Others clapped back at her, saying, "We knew something was off." But the bigger question wasn't whether the allegations were true, it was whether this public takedown was justified at all. What made the post go viral wasn't just what was said, it was who said it. This wasn't a random cousin or anonymous source. This was Iman's mother. A woman who had, until that point, stayed completely silent through years of fan speculation and messy internet commentary. She'd never liked shady tweets, never responded to tagged drama. She didn't even react publicly when the divorce news broke. So when she finally spoke up, people listened. The internet has a rule. It's always the quiet ones you've got to watch. And Mama Shumpert, she came out swinging. As you'd expect, the internet split into factions. Some hailed her as a protective mother finally standing up for her son. Others accused her of being bitter, controlling, and crossing boundaries. Screenshots of the Facebook post were everywhere, on blogs, on Twitter, on Instagram Lives, where influencers did dramatic readings of every line. And right in the center of the storm was Teyana, completely silent. That silence, of course, only made things worse. Because in today's world, when you say nothing, people fill in the blanks. To some, her silence was a sign of grace, choosing dignity over digital war. To others, it felt like guilt. Like maybe, just maybe, Mama Shumpert had hit a nerve. Regardless of what you believe, the silence gave room for speculation to bloom into wildfire. Meanwhile, a man was trying to walk the tightrope. He didn't publicly defend Teyana, but he didn't scold his mom either. Instead, he posted a few vague quotes on Instagram. Truth always wins, family first. Harmless, maybe. But in the context of such a loud accusation from his mother, the silence was deafening. It wasn't hard to see why people interpreted his posts as a quiet endorsement of his mom's version of events. And that made things even messier. Then came the next twist, rumors of Teyana's new man. Reports started to swirl that she had quietly started dating actor Aaron Pierre. There were sightings, whispers, subtle hints dropped online. And that's when Mama Shumpert, according to insiders, reached a whole new level of rage. For her, this confirmed everything she believed, that Teyana had moved on emotionally long before the divorce papers were signed. That she'd been playing a long game, positioning herself for a new relationship while still living off the benefits of the old one. And from her perspective, that wasn't just betrayal, it was manipulation. Of course, none of these details have been confirmed. Teyana hasn't spoken, Aaron hasn't commented, and Iman hasn't said anything definitive either. But in the court of public opinion, perception is reality. And the perception right now is tangled in rumors, silence, and emotion. What's especially painful about this situation is how deeply it affects more than just the two people at the center. There are children involved, two daughters who now exist in a space where co-parenting is shadowed by viral accusations and family tension. What should be quiet conversations between adults are now turned into headlines. Every birthday party, every school event, every holiday drop-off is now colored by this very public divide. Behind the scenes, sources claim that Teyana is furious, not just about the accusations, but about how fast the narrative has turned against her. For years, she's been seen as the strong one, the talented one, the one who held it down. Now, she's being called disloyal, a user, a villain in a story she never agreed to tell publicly. Some say her team is exploring legal options, perhaps even defamation. But the truth is, taking legal action against your former mother-in-law, especially when she's speaking in opinion and emotion, is a tricky path. It could backfire. It could turn public sympathy into judgment. It could make things worse. So for now, Teyana stays quiet. But her friends haven't. Several close industry peers have been posting quotes like, "A bitter mother-in-law will ruin more homes than any mistress ever could," or "Watch out for the people who smile at you but talk behind your back." And though names weren't mentioned, fans didn't need help connecting the dots. As for Mama Shumpert, she's not backing down. In fact, insiders claim she has more receipts, texts, voice notes, maybe even photos. She's told people she'll go nuclear if she has to. Whether that's a bluff or not, we don't know. But the threat is enough to keep the tension high. Now the internet waits. Will Teyana respond? Will Iman intervene? Will Mama Shumpert strike again? It's not just a breakup anymore. It's a chess game with every move carefully watched. Careers, reputations, family legacies, all on the line. So, where does that leave us? Honestly, right in the middle of the storm. On one side, a woman trying to maintain her dignity while her character is questioned. On the other, a mother who believes she's protecting her son from years of manipulation. And somewhere in the center, a man trying to keep the peace while the world demands he pick a side. This story is far from over. And with every post, every leak, every silence, the stakes get higher. Because now it's not just about who loved who, it's about public perception, co-parenting, careers, and emotional damage. And for the fans, they're glued to the screen, scrolling, reacting, theorizing, because we're not just watching a breakup, we're watching a battle for narrative, for truth, and for control of a story that's unfolding in real time. So, what do you think? Is Mama Shumpert protecting her son or crossing the line? Is Teyana unfairly dragged or finally exposed? Is Iman playing it safe or hiding from accountability? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because we're all watching this story unfold together. And if the next round of receipts drop, you better believe we'll be right here, breaking it all down.